It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.,
I would clean that bone about as good as anything.
Matt Hayes,
The guys they had last year, terrible.
and Leon Searcy.
Mama know that when you get to camp, you ain't gonna see a lot of Big Daddy.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Well, Friday is always good. You like Friday. That's right. End of the week, hopefully, you got a lot done, and now you got a lot to look forward to. Welcome in XL Primetime, a Florida home AC Friday, and we got lots to get into today. You had Thursday Night Football last night, which we, of course, look back on. Some college football to look ahead to tonight and over the course of the weekend. All sorts of things popping in the sports world. But the most important thing in the minds of most of our fans are that Jags v. Texans game on Sunday, right? Top of mind. Are we on a streak, fellas, right now? Not top of mind for you, Matt? Is that what I'm looking at you right now?
No, what's top of mind is the glorious function that happened last night for me.
Yeah, which was?
Have you ever had like what earwax is so bad you can't hear?
Yeah.
So my girl got this system, and it's like a revolution.
Pulling earwax out?
No, it's like a spray, and
We're getting this for Joe, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Does it help your hearing?
Dude,
We're getting it for Joe.
Oh my God, it's a life changer. Life changer.
So what is it?
So are you hearing sounds that you've never heard?
Yes.
I just want to start off with, I usually hear something, when it starts with my girl's got this thing, it's better than earwax is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
So what is the process?
So it's like an ointment you drop in there first, and it loosens it all up.
Okay.
And then it's like a gun that sprays like this really pinpoint warm water into your ear, loosens it. It's out, man. It's out in like 5-10
and what,
minutes.
you just pour your head to the side and it just drains
yeah,
out?
let me tell you something.
I need that.
It hadn't stopped too. I'm driving over now. Yeah, right. But I mean, it's the reality is
Bring a towel
I'm
in.
hearing like, my God, it's like
Well,
stuff
you are-
I haven't heard in
You
a
already,
year.
as far as I know, you hear pretty well.
I do, but it's these earbuds. Like every time you put them in,
Yeah.
you like push more wax in there.
Yes.
You're like a superhero now.
I am.
Yeah, you hear things like you never heard.
You know, in many Asian
like it.
countries, when you go get your hair cut,
Right.
it's like part of the thing that they also clean your ears.
Really?
It's like a whole,
That is trippy.
yeah, and
That
they
is
have little tweezers, and yeah, we've just been doing things wrong. We don't even have bidets here.
Well,
So listen to
We're
this.
disgust- we're
Let me just
disgusting.
give you this story real
we're
quick.
only like 250 years old. We got a
True.
long way to go.
So when I lived in St. Louis, like the early 2000s, I had the same problem, and I went to the doctor for it, like to the hospital, and they had like this tiny little vacuum that they used. They stick it in your ear.
I am into the sucker. Yeah.
And he hit the eardrum with it.
Oh, gee.
Bro, it's the worst pain I've ever felt.
Well,
I almost passed out.
you're part of that commercial. Then have you ever had that Q-tip so far in your ear? That
Joe?
yeah.
I almost passed out.
Yeah.
Sweat everywhere, like it instantly. Too.
I just like to know that I'm happy to know that you and the girlfriend have devices now, and ear cleaning is one of them.
It's not my device.
Okay. Yeah. It's
It's sad
think
that she saw your ear and was like, "We need to clean that
we need.
now."
All right. So here's the
You're
thing.
I
a
asked and she
disgrace.
took care of it.
Oh, okay.
That's how
All
it
right, but here's the
works,
thing. Like whenever I go to the doctor, whatever, and I say whatever, I can't hear as well as I'd like to. They look in there and they go, "Oh, it's clean." So are they not telling the truth?
Right, but
It
that's
is
the
in
good
there?
thing. That's the good thing of having someone. I don't have to go to the doctor. Number one, and number two.
No. But you're not hearing me. But when they look in there and say there's nothing.
Oh
in
no,
there.
she looked at it and said, "Oh."
Okay, all right. So that's what I'm curious about.
But this way, she could see it with like the iPhone. She didn't even have her. What are those things called? The otoscope, I think it's what it's called.
Yeah,
She
something
just
like
looked at
that.
it like the iPhone. She said, "Yeah, it's a problem."
All right. Well, then look, I understand why you weren't as looking forward to the AFC South showdown between the Texans and the Jags. Now that I understand it, I want to know more about this and just see if we can.
Oh, I'm gonna believe me. I will set you up.
You should do it live on the air.
Yeah. Because if I come out or I can,
It's
finally,
revolutionary, Joe.
like I can hear Leon pretty dang well. It's Leon, or excuse me, it's Matt and JJ that just kind of blend into me for whatever reason into my ear. I don't know how to explain it, but it happens.
Because we have the subtle. We do
you
the
have to work-
subtle.
JJ's a little bit of a mumbler, okay? Unless he
Okay,
is,
Joe's blaming us for not being able to hear. Great.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely us.
But no,
You got to work on your octaves. That's
yeah,
all.
he's a little bit like, other than when he's on the air because he speaks clearly, but he's a little bit of a mumbler. It's
No, this is what Joe does. He hears you talking, and he'll be like, yeah. And be like,
And then-
dude,
and
just
then
tell me
20
you don't
seconds
know
later,
what we're
he'll go,
saying.
"What? Now, what'd you say?"
Now,
He
actually,
refuses to acknowledge that he won't hear us, and then he'll be like,
It
I
is-
don't even know what you're saying.
It is so funny, though, because now we're just going to start telling stories on each other because Matt will do the same thing, right? And we'll say.
Well, Matt's not listening.
Exactly.
That's
there you
different.
go. Yossi. There
You
Correct.
can't
That's the
hear.
difference
Matt
between me and
doesn't
you.
listen.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
This
the
is
difference
di-
between you and I is I don't listen.
Matt's
Right.
the worst person.
It's classic.
You
when it
are
comes-
listening, but you're not hearing.
All right. So let's get it rolling. All right. 'Cause-
I freely admit that, by the way.
Yeah, I know because it's so funny. Like, you're not listening. All right, so Florida Home AC Friday. You guys are more than welcome to jump in. You got some cool rock and roll suggestions. You can bring them. JJ, the DJ's way, 641-1010. Hit the
We have
text
a
line designed by
special
Lifetime.
rock and roll day today.
Yeah, we
with
have.
a certain band and some giveaways.
We have
Nice.
Toto to give away. So we're going to play some rock and roll. We'll
where
be
are they
telling you all
playing?
about it. They will be, I'm pretty sure they're at the AMP. I'll get all
They
the
are.
information together for you. You got it right there, JJ?
Yeah, March 2nd, St. Augustine Amphitheater.
Yeah, so they're going to be at the AMP, and we got chances for you to win tickets to see Toto, which will be awesome. Yesterday we gave away.
Me and Frank and I saw them for Journey about.
Yeah,
And in Carline about 2.5, 3 years ago.
yeah. Where they, was that?
The arena.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, kids.
All right, so be listening.
If you dare.
We'll set it up today and have a little fun with it, and you guys got a chance to win some tickets. All right, Big Sirs, let's do just a little bit of an XLP Big Three, if you don't mind, because we got Coach Campo coming up in about 15 minutes, or excuse me, at 12:15. But 3 things that you're thinking of that need to happen for this team to be successful against the Houston Texans. We already know ain't no C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Fairbairn, their kicker, is out. There are a few others that are out. Petrie, one of their dominant back-end players, is dealing with a concussion. Anyway, XLP Big Three, start us off on what you think needs to happen.
All right, just give you one?
Yeah.
All right, my first is discipline. All right, especially on
Okay.
the road. On the road, you got to be a disciplined ball club. No mistakes. It's going to be a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So no false starts. You got to be locked in. You got to take advantage. You got to understand the magnitude of the moment. Communications. Defensive side. Can't have any breakdowns in coverage. Linebacker sets everybody up to eat. The front line and the back nine. So that for me, if you become a penalized team on the road, more than likely you're gonna lose games.
Right.
So that'll be my first thing.
All right,
No
Matty.
stupid penalties.
Fundamentally operational. I just put it all in there for all of what you said. That brilliant breakdown. It's just really 2 words: fundamentally operational. So I agree with you. That should be the umbrella over everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to start getting deep into that, then it's they got to run the ball. They're a better team when they run the ball. Period.
All right, so I'm going to jump right in because that's my first of the Big Three as well. Is instead of 40 pass attempts or 40-plus pass attempts, it was 41 rush attempts. That's so much better in terms of dominating a game, taking control of a game, using the clock, let it be your friend, instead of having to drop back and chuck it 40-plus times. And they ran for 150 yards. Go back to doing that. When you take a look at what they didn't allow Ashton Genty to do, and what they were able to do was run the football. They definitely need to do that against the Houston
All right,
Texans.
my second is be stubborn.
Huh?
Because the Houston Texans know that you're going to come in and try to run the game.
Yeah.
And you might not get any yards the first couple of times or whatever, but you got to go back to it. You can't become one-dimensional. You can't have, like you said, Trevor chucking up 40 times a
Right.
game. I told you what my offensive coordinator told me. He said that when we pass the ball is because when you can't run the ball, passing it, the ball is punishment.
Right.
So the offensive line has to look at it like that. You got to be stubborn. You got to let the offensive coordinator know early on that you're going to be the more physical team. You're going to get it done. You're going to get to the second level, and you're going to run the ball effectively. So be stubborn. Even if they stop you a couple of times, you still got to go back to it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to throw this out there, and I'm sure some of you have forgotten about this. But the last time these two teams played, the Jags had 24 carries for 86 yards. They couldn't run the ball on them. Not only that,
and if
Trevor
you-
threw the ball 40 times.
Right. If you go back and look at the first half, really take a look at the first half, because the second half they ran it for 75. So do the math.
Yeah.
That's how bad the first half was.
Right.
So what was your total? 86?
They ran for 86 yards.
Yeah, they ran for 11 yards in the first half.
They only ran the ball 24 times, too.
Yeah, and
Because
so-
they literally could not move the ball.
And Houston will take it away from you. And so, yeah, I like Leon's be stubborn about it and make sure you commit to it.
Trev was, by the way, in that game, I don't think anybody remembers this, 20 of 40.
Oh, I'm sure they remember it.
50% completion.
It was part of his being less than 58% by the time they got to the bye.
50.
Yeah. Yeah. But, hey,
A win's a win.
One of every 2 throws was incomplete.
Right. You and your generational talk, okay? You know that we know, okay?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and so
His balls are different in person.
yeah, and so it needs.
They were in college and high school, I can tell you that.
Oh, well, yeah. You need to revise that. But anyway,
Not anymore.
yeah, you just need to take a look at that. All right. One more as far as the big three is concerned, and this
All right,
is
so one more for me
Yeah,
is Devin Lloyd's back. He's got to be the Devin Lloyd they had before.
yeah.
There can't be any kind of, well, he's got to transition. It's going to take 1 or 2 games for him to, feel like he's back. No. They need him right now.
Well, then I'll add him into just get Davis Mills on the ground. That's just another one of mine because there's no question the secondary suffering from the lack of pass pressure. And you had Dalton Schultz and Nico Collins, and if I have the numbers right, I think they combined for 14 catches between the two of them. I know that Schultz went, 77 yards for Schultz. Nico 7 grabs for 75 yards. So that's over 150 yards worth of offense. You make sure you deal with that by creating pressure on Davis Mills. He went down 4 times last week, and so that's got to be another one.
He's
All right,
also, by the way, 2-1 career versus Jags.
this team against that team, 16 wins versus 31 losses. It doesn't matter who's under center. And so it has to change. Beat the hell out of Davis Mills with a pass rush. Simple as that. All right, you guys let us know some of yours. XLP Big 3. You can hit the text line Design by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. Let's crank up a call to our head coach, Dave Campo. He'll have some thoughts as well. He and I did a Campo and Joe podcast earlier today, and he'll have plenty more to say coming up.
XL Primetime, driven by Big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. Do you like your football scrambled or sunny side up?
3 eggs over easy.
It's the Terminix Kickoff Show with Hayes Carline, 5 hours before kickoff.
Activated by
American Electrical Contracting and Campione Law on 1010XL.
Joe C for Hard Rock Bet, and we're down to the final stretch of the college football season. Every game, every rivalry, every upset matters now. Don't just watch the chaos on Saturdays. Bet on it. Join Hard Rock Bet today. At $5, if it hits, you're going to take home $150 in bonus bets on top of your winnings. Let's finish the season strong. Download the Hard Rock Bet app now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Hello. The Checkmate Coatings phone line has you covered from the floor up. From tough sports topics to strong surfaces, Checkmate Coatings is your floor's missing piece and your connection to the sports world on 1010XL.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campion, Campion Law.
Duval. Yes, you heard that right. We love being in Duval County, and we love this city. So during football season, it's absolutely Lou-Vol around here. Hey, it's Don from Taco Lou, and yes, it is that time of year again. I know everyone's working hard all week getting ready for game day. Taco Lou is ready for you. If it's pregame, if it's postgame, during the game. No matter what your game is, enjoy it with us at Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach. Lou-Vol.
Stop wasting your money on bottled water and call Duck Duck Rooter. We can install a new water filtration system and softener at your home or business. Check out our 5-star Google reviews and give us a call today for a quote. DuckDuckRooter.com.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active. reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the first coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
Hume Flowers announces their home holiday decorating team is now taking orders for the holiday season. This is JJ with 1010XL. No more hassling with tree buying, untangling, and hanging burned out lights. Call on Hume Flowers, they'll do it all.
Football season is all about the big moments. How about some killer wings and cold ones to go along with it? Check out Hurricane Grill and Wings on St. Augustine Beach. Tons of TVs so you don't miss any of the action, but still that open-air atmosphere you crave. Hurricane Grill and Wings on A1A in St. Augustine.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Well, there you go. You hear that awesome back in the day band, Toto.
Steve Lukather right there on the guitar.
Yeah, it's what?
Steve Lukather on guitar.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You can remember all the band members?
The guitar players.
Yeah. That's cool. That is cool that you can just pull that right out. The band members, certainly you think of lead singers, think of lead guitarists, stuff like that. But yeah, so Toto coming to the Amp, coming up in March. We got a chance for you to win tickets. JJ, how many pairs of tickets are we in fact giving away?
We have 3 today.
Okay.
And it is March 2nd, 2026 at the amphitheater. Tickets are on sale right now today at AXS.com.
All right, so caller number 4, 641-1010. JJ will hook you up with a pair of tickets to go see Toto at the Amp in March of next year. And, of course, a couple more chances. But you guys can keep thinking rock and roll, bring some suggestions his way, but you'll hear Toto whenever we give away some tickets.
Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
We've got our head coach, Dave Campo, live from Dallas as we talk all things Duval on XL Primetime. Coach, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, guys. And let me just say one thing. You guys started the show off with hearing.
Yeah.
Get some hearing aids. Forget all that wax stuff because, listen, I couldn't hear anything and I had no wax.
Yeah.
So sometimes it happens.
So you're not going to let Matt Hayes put any of that drops or anything in there and bring a vacuum around your ear is what you're saying.
Well, I was kind of considering what you said more than what Matt said,
right.
to be honest with you, with the girlfriend thing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Coach, let's get into this game and just how big it is. And you know how important wins inside your division are. So start us off with a thought or two as far as what you're looking at.
Well, I mean, this is going to be a tough ball game. I think, when you look at both teams have red flags out there. We know that. And just listening to you guys on the first segment, you guys know that. I mean, neither one of these teams is perfect right now, and especially with the injury factor on both teams. But when you look at the teams, you know one thing. Davis Mills is not chopped liver. You know, the one thing he has not done a good job with is consistency with the turnovers. So we've got to get back to the turnover game because I think he's close to 50-50 on touchdowns to turnovers over the course of his when he was starting and getting more playing time. So it's when I look at it, there's two teams. They're banged up. We're banged up. but this is a division game, and it's a big game.
Now, Coach, I was thinking earlier in the week that because we got so many injuries on the offensive side of the ball, is that we should line up in heavy or jumbo to start the game. What do you think?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, that was a big factor in the game, Leon, as you know, this last one against the Raiders. They came in, they put the extra lineman in there and got into heavy formation, and that's how they ran the football. To me, that's a huge part of it. And we all know that Trevor Lawrence is a lot better when you got a run game going. And again, all this generational talent stuff is gone. The biggest thing is give the quarterback a chance with running the football, take the pressure off of the pass rush, because you're going to have to stop this pass rush. They got some guys that can get after it, and they sack guys. They've got 17 sacks, so they're after you, and we're going to have to run the ball to be successful for sure.
Dave, speaking of pass rush, the worst pass rush in the NFL, the least amount of sacks in the NFL is your Jacksonville Jaguars. What do you do to generate more sacks? Because you can't bring more guys, because like you said, this is a zone team. You start bringing more guys, you're going to have problems. So what do you do? Is it simply the guys that are there right now have to start playing better? Do you start looking at like Danny Strigow and taking him off the practice squad and see what he can do, or the other rookie on the practice squad? What do you do?
Well, first of all, I think that if Trayvon Walker is out of the club or whatever, I think he is. Hopefully he makes a difference, not only in what he does, but what Hines Allen does, because it generates. When you got two guys like Houston does, that puts pressure just because you got two guys to take care of. But I think the other thing that we talked about on the podcast earlier with Campo and Joe, with Joe C., is that they were using Lloyd in that capacity before he got hurt. They were, both of those outside rushes for us are not guys that have dip and rip and get under tackles on the edge. They are a better rush player when you run the games with them, where you've got somebody inside, whether it's Armstead or one of the D tackles, or whether it's a linebacker that's pressing straight ahead over the guard, and then the outside guys are coming up underneath. That's when they've been the most successful, in my opinion. And the problem we have is we're not covering anybody downfield. So, a lot of the sacks that teams are getting are coverage sacks. So I think Lloyd coming back gives them a chance, because I think they can use him in running some of those games from the linebacker position, and that's the way I see us improving. I don't know at this point whether the guys coming off the practice squad are going to make a difference.
Now, Coach, there's two teams that you and I both love are very undisciplined. Our Miami Hurricanes and this Jacksonville Jaguar team. What can you do in practice? Anything you can do in practice to emphasize the fact that the false starts, the communication breakdowns, all the little stuff, nuances that you do in practice. Is there anything you can do in practice that can kind of eliminate all that stuff?
Yeah, I think you just have to be tougher. I think you have to be tougher on the guys. You have to just, you got to emphasize. You got to talk about it all the time. You got to, on the field, when something goes wrong like that, you got to make sure they understand how important that is. Any yardage that you give up, in comparison to the yardage you get, is definitely a factor offensively. I mean, if you're getting sacked, if you're getting offsides and holding penalties and illegal formations and all that stuff, that adds up yardage. And if you're going to drive the ball, you can't give up yardage. And I think the biggest thing is just the emphasis. I don't know what you can do other than impressing upon the guys over and over and over again that how important it is, and especially when you're on the road. I heard you say that earlier. You got a lot of crowd noise. You've got all of those things. It's focus. And they have to understand that focus is just as important as beating the guy up front physically.
Yeah, because if you think about just negative plays, negative yards, negative situations, they all add up. They take a toll on whatever your stat sheet says. How long were your drives? How many possessions did you have? How many points did you put on the board? Penalties just kill all of that.
Absolutely. And that's a big part of it. I mean, if you get 70 yards in penalties, think about the fact that you didn't have those 70 yards in penalties. You're probably moving the ball a little bit better.
Yeah.
And so, the whole thing, it's all works together on that.
Dave, what legitimately can they expect from Jacoby Myers? What could he give them? I mean, he's been here all of 2 or 3 days right now and preparing for that game.
Well, I mean, I think that he can only have a role, and with the guys banged up like we have, I think it's a good, I don't know about how much they gave up, but the guy is a veteran receiver that is a decent receiver. He's not a great receiver, but he's a consistent guy that can catch the football. And we've had some problems with that. So hopefully, he's a guy that can come in there and get enough snaps. And he's a good route runner. He catches a football. He won't be able to run the entire offense, I don't think, in 1 week. But I think he gives you something, especially with the injuries.
And Coach Cohen said he'll play outside. You'll see Parker Washington inside, 9 targets for Washington this past week, 8 grabs. I think it was 90 yards. He was doing work, Coach. And I do feel like if they can commit to this run game and be successful with it, which is not a guarantee, then you could start sprinkling in those opportunities for Jacoby and then obviously Washington.
Yeah, and the biggest thing, I think Washington has become the key to the whole thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, with Petrie out, he should have the same opportunities. But the guys outside have to create those as well. I mean, you got to have some guys make some plays out there so that they can't just automatically start doubling the slot and all that kind of stuff.
Jacoby averages about 50 yards a game.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Coach, I was going to ask you as far as Trevor goes. I mean, the mistake he made early on inside the red zone, inside the 5-yard line, interception. Sometimes I question his football IQ as far as that was just a silly play that didn't need to happen. I mean, Trevor's got to play. He's got to play smart football this Sunday, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think that's a concern, obviously, and I don't think I think part of that is the same reason that he might be a little inconsistent. With going through his progressions and all that. That's why he needs time. He needs time to be able to. I think he understands the offense. He's a smart guy as far as the, knowing football and all. I mean, knowing the system and all that. But I'm not sure about his overall instinct. So that's why the running game and the play action game fits him a lot better. He cannot. I've heard Matt say this before. You can count on him to making one mistake a game at least.
Yeah.
And that goes towards that instinct part and that, ability to be the IQ part. So I think you're right there. But do I think he's in the bottom half of the quarterbacks? I still don't think he's that. I think he's in the top half of the quarterbacks in the league.
And he's probably somewhere in the middle, and we can definitely argue that and kind of at least look at who was ahead. But Bo Nix is a great example. Bo Nix was wheeling and dealing until last night. Really, the last couple games. He looked like butt bad last night, and that was on his own turf against a team this Jacksonville team just faced. So 30 points for a Trevor-led offense against the Raiders, 10 points for a Broncos-led offense at home against that same Raiders team. All right, Coach, one more seg with you. We'll keep it going and get an idea of what you think the keys are coming up. It is XL Primetime Florida Home AC Friday. Thanks to Florida Home AC. You need anything done, especially with this beautiful weather right now. Get the winter thing going. Make sure your HVAC is ready to crank when it does get cold.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my success with back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and you back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL, brought to you by San Jose Collision.
The Florida Gators fell to the 5th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs 24-20 in a hard-fought battle as interim head coach Billy Gonzalez led the team for the first time. The Gators now fall to 3-5 on the season with 4 games remaining on the schedule, beginning with a road matchup at Kentucky this Saturday at 7:30.
Getting you ready for the game. Pre-game Friday. Built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentist and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Cool air and clean air. Getting out from under that Florida sun and cooling off inside is where Florida Home AC shines. Think about it. You spend a lot of time indoors and air quality is crucial to your health and comfort. Pollutants like dust, pollen, germs, and allergens can build up, affecting your well-being. Florida Home is dedicated to enhancing your indoor experience with superior air quality solutions like whole home air purification systems. Find out by logging on to FloridaHomeAC.com or call 877-4300.
Hey, 1010XL fans, it's game time, but don't get sidelined from the fun. The JTA Game Day Express is the smartest way to get to the bank on time. It's all sponsored by the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens. There are 5 convenient pickup locations across the River City, but remember, Game Day Express is cashless. All passes must be purchased through the MyJTA mobile app. Get your $10 pass today. For all of your game day needs, go to myjtafla.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All I wanna do when I wake up in the morning is see you light. Rosanna, Rosanna.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, another big hit. Toto in concert at the AMP next March. You can go online and get tickets, or you can listen to JJ. Actually, give them both opportunities.
Yes, March 2nd, 2026 at the St. Augustine Amphitheater, or tickets just went on sale this morning at AXS.com, or be caller number 4 right now. I see our phone lines are already packed.
Yeah, 641-1010. And by the way, the other ones were still calling from the last giveaway you had. So after, say, I don't know,
10 minutes, maybe, give up.
You can give up and know that JJ has already given them away. 641-1010. But I do have to shout out a couple of our dudes. We did our Florida-Georgia promotion last week with Sawgrass Asset Management. And thanks to Dean and the entire crew over there. And we gave away ducats. We gave away a Florida grab bag and a Georgia grab bag from Palm Beach Autographs. One of our dudes came by yesterday. It's a Georgia dude who loves XLP and listens all the time. He got him. It's perfect because we had a great interview with Sony Michel this past Friday.
Great interview.
He got a Sony Michel signed jersey from Palm Beach Autographs.
Nice.
So,
How good is that?
Yeah, it was a good prize. He was loving it. And a Florida fan loving it as well. All right, back to a guy that we're a big fan of, Coach Campo. So, Coach, when you kind of lock in on this game, let's just use a few minutes here. Take the offense first because this team, like we said, was able to run the football. Trevor was able to overcome mistakes early with good play late, only sacked once last week. What are the keys in your mind on that side of the ball?
Well, first of all, when you look at these two teams, they're very similar offensively. I mean, there's not, you can't say, okay, we're better than they are, they're better than we are, and they're playing with a backup quarterback. So, number one, from an offensive standpoint, we have to take care of our business. And I heard you guys talk about that earlier, about not making a lot of mistakes. The biggest thing for us is that their defense does turn the ball over, equal to us. And so we have to make sure we don't turn the ball over. We've got to run the football, and we've got to stick to it. They got to be stubborn. I heard Leon say that. I'm not saying anything different than you guys. You have to be stubborn with the run the football. We are a better running football than they are. So that's got to be a big factor of it. And then, let the quarterback execute. And then that is what sets up the third thing from an offensive standpoint. We got to win the third downs. And third downs, we're actually better than their offense, believe it or not. And so, I think those are the things that we have to take care of offensively.
Now, Coach, you and I both know that we've been in this game long enough that November and December is where you should be playing your best football as a team. And I think, personally, this team hasn't even sniffed playing their best game. What do you think this team needs to get back to doing to get themselves rolling in the month of November?
Well, first of all, you're right. And the only thing that I can say that you really look at being positive with this team is they are resilient. When you look at the games, they really have played in the fourth quarter. And you just said it, in the first ball game against Houston where they ran the ball for a bunch of times, for a bunch of yardage in the second half. That is where I think that it tells what kind of team you have. Now, they did get blown out one time, but in reality, if you're resilient in these months and you can run the football when you start playing some colder games, that type of thing, that's, to me, the key. And I still think running the football is the key to the whole thing.
Dave, so let's talk about last night, what happened last night, the 10-7 ugly game. And are we kind of I hate to say this because I don't want to give them excuses, but are we maybe overreacting because, look, they lost 2 games to 2 really good teams, the Seahawks and the Rams, 2 of maybe the best 4 or 5 teams in the league. They go on the road and beat Vegas, who the Broncos just barely got by at home against. They beat the 49ers on the road. They beat the Chiefs here. They've beaten the Texans already. Should have beaten the Bengals. Are we maybe going too far to the negative? I can't believe I'm actually saying this, Joe. Mm-hmm. To the negative side of this thing?
To be honest with you, I think this team is exactly what I thought they were. And that's if they can get to a 50-50, whether it's 9-8, 8-9, if they can get to 50-50 this year, that's who we are. And in order to do that, coming up here, they have to beat the teams. If they beat the teams that are sub-500, and this is one of them this weekend, if they beat the teams that are sub-500 going forward, we're going to have, that's 5 teams. That's going to put us at 10 wins. if we do that, we're way underestimating, who they are, because their key is going to be what happens next year and the year after when their draft picks start really, getting better and better and better.
All right, let's hit that right now.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
So, Brian Thomas Jr., we were all wondering, did not participate the last couple of days. Mike DeRocco putting out there that he will miss the game Sunday against the Texans. And we'll talk to Ryan O'Halloran, who's also down there, and we'll see what's going on. But BTJ, if you are minus number 7, even though he's battled drops, Coach, that's still one of your bigger pieces of your offense you're not going to be able to rely on.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we're at. And to me, that's the way the NFL operates, and that's the reason that they went out and spent one of the picks they got for Myers, they gave away was a 4th, right? That's a big pick. And they had to do it because they knew that kid was not going to probably play. And listen, they're in the hunt. They've got a chance if they can take care of business and go forward to where they're a playoff team. So you just have to operate without them. They've got 2 of their better players on offense out when you look at Strange and him. So. That's the way it goes. We look at those guys over there, they got the same problems. Let's go down there and just beat their butt.
Yeah, Coach, even when BTJ was in the game, I mean, Parker Washington felt like your number 1, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I think he's the key in my mind. I think the outside guys just have to do enough to where they can't just always double, the Washington, because – he catches a football. He's great run after catch, and he's going to have to pick up the slack just like he did in this last ball game.
Dave, why do you think Wyatt Milam hasn't played? It looks like he's healthy. I guess I look at this and I see rookies all over the league on the offensive line, like a guy like Tate Ratledge, Joe. We were talking about him, how he was a third-round pick, I believe, right?
Stepped in with the Lions.
Stepped right in, started playing. Is it just some guys are ready and some guys aren't, or is it just like the development phase?
Well, I think he's been banged up a little bit, though, Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, I see him limited practice here or there, and this and that. I think that's part of it. I think again, from what we saw of him in training camp, he's going to be good enough to play and be successful. I can't answer that question.
Well,
all I can say is,
do you just put him in at some point because
just to be clear, they're just barely integrating him from a injury point of view. So he wasn't even listed on Wednesday. He had limited participation yesterday. So they are trying, but it's been all injury based.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key. I think that eventually, I think he's better than the guys that we're playing inside. Yeah. So. That's just a matter of time, in my opinion.
Do you put him in there, or I mean, if you're on this run that you think that they got a chance to go on, do you put him in there, or do you stick with the veteran because at least you know what you got?
Well, at this point in time in the season, I would stick with the veteran till proven otherwise. Right. If it goes into a situation where a guy's not performing, then you make the move.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you go with the veteran.
Yeah, the two biggest things, 1 sack given up, and they ran for 150 yards, 3.5 yards, 3.6 per carry. So, all right, Coach, we got to turn you loose. Listen, you feel good about it though, right, on Sunday?
Well, I think this team is capable of winning every game. Okay. It's just a question of how they play, and I feel good that they know it's a big game. And the toughest thing is going on the road 2 weeks in a row and winning. But I have confidence in this team.
All right, Coach. Enjoy the game. We will hear from you next week, and we know that you'll have plenty of thoughts on whether or not they can pull out a win, and we'll wait and see on Sunday.
Okay. Have a great weekend, guys, and go Jags.
Thanks, Coach.
Bro. Love you.
All right, Coach.
The last time they went out there and got a big win on the road like that was when they started 8-3.
Well, yeah, because they are 3-3 in the last 6 games. even though before that they lost, I think, 8 or 9 in a row. So, yeah, they're starting to at least crack that code just a little bit. It's XL Primetime on a Florida Home AC Friday.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. Saddle up for a stampede deep in the heart of Texas. It's a Lone Star State showdown as the Jags Claws get hooked on horns in a fierce divisional fight. Jaguars, Texans.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jaguars. 1010 XL.
It's your boy Big Sirs, all-pro lineman, and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop special deals. Order a 50-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX10 and get $10 off. That's right, carry on or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX10 for $10 off a 50-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
Custom home builders, fed up with low-voltage companies that ghost you mid-project, sparking delays? You know the drill. Unreliable subs and poor electrical work that derails your schedule. You need Tyson Inc., experts in seamless electrical services for your custom builds. Pre-construction planning, integration, and installation. No hassles, just client wowing results. Drop by their new showroom on US Highway 17 and team up for your next home building project. TysonInc.com.
Hey, it's Joe C. The chill is in the air and your backyard can still be the heart of the season. Gather your family around a beautiful outdoor fireplace from Isocurrent or Napoleon, expertly installed by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. From elegant stone fireplaces to wood-burning or gas fire pits, CSS creates cozy spaces where memories are made and where every night can feel like a celebration. You dream it, they can build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
CSS.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 7th, 1991, Magic Johnson retires from the NBA after disclosing that he had tested positive for the HIV virus.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La playa awaits.
Football season is here, and our hometown team isn't the only one ready to stack up the wins. At Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, you score big every time you shop with us. Thousands of vehicles, no flags, no fumbles, just hassle-free car buying and big wins with lifetime warranties, lifetime oil changes, and lifetime customer service. Plus, our wow pricing lets you celebrate a touchdown of savings. Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi. We're here to wow you.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years. And our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and when the weather starts to shift a little bit, especially during the fall, you've got some really cool stuff from Honda Off-Road.
We do. Favorite time of the year for me. Nice little chill in the air. We've got some side-by-sides. We've got the ATVs. Of course, they're legendary dirt bikes. We've got it all.
And for the hunter?
Oh, we've got side-by-sides that work and play.
All right, so make sure you check it out. Showroom wide open for you on Atlantic near Regency. If you want to go off-road and have some fun, check out Cycles of Jacksonville.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
It's not your situation. I just need contemplation over you.
We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
JJ, you never heard of Georgie Boy? You pudding pie, kiss the girls.
I really
haven't.
I mean, I know.
Toto,
I've only
bro.
know about 3 or 4 Toto songs, but this is not one of them. But it's going on my playlist. I like the little
soulful, bro.
Yeah.
And this has got keyboard written all over it, okay? Young Joey McCarrick, always trying to move up in the son-in-law rankings. Outstanding keyboard player. And so he can bang this one out.
They don't arrange songs like Toto used to arrange songs, believe me. Now it's
You know,
just
I'm
all
reading Warren Zevon's biography right now. Another great piano player. And like you said, they don't put albums together like that.
No, they
anymore.
don't
There's
arrange
zero
music
thought
like that
in
anymore.
it.
No.
No, it's
all just digital crap.
I know it was a production back in the
It
day.
is. I'm serious.
Well,
unless you're listening to rock and roll, it's all just digital crap.
Right. What is rock and roll right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
There are some.
Yeah, there's some, but not enough. And everything right now is kind of coming, recording artists coming through the country world. Anyway, the reason we're playing Toto is because they're going to be at the AMP in March of next year. Last pair of tickets up for grabs right now.
Yes, you can get a pair if you're a car number 4 right now, or if you go to AXS.com, you can buy tickets for the March 2nd, 2026 event at the St. Augustine Amphitheater.
The AMP has got so many big acts that are there. You definitely need to check it out. We gave away OAR and Gavin DeGraw tickets yesterday, and today Toto. So we say thanks to the AMP for hooking you guys up on what is always a good Rock Friday, 641-1010, and JJ will take care of you there. Since we only have a limited amount of time, we need to get in some college football, boys. Coming up at the top of the hour, we will do that. Our picks will be coming up a little bit later on. But let's do... well, fire up the ukulele. I don't mind it right now. I'm in a good mood. I feel good.
Perfecto!
Another gorgeous day on the First Coast. Light temperatures that you can enjoy throughout the course of the weekend. Just enjoy it. Let's go from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Oh! With a delicious Mexican lager found in Baja, imported by surfers for those who live life. Anchors up. Matter of fact, right now, Matt in my Pacifico, bro. Tossing one back and swinging for the fences right now.
Where's he?
He's playing around at golf. He's
nice.
He's just enjoying the heck out of life. Okay, with a cold Pacifico. All right, so let's get to this. Christian McCaffrey, despite everything else that's going on in San Francisco, without a number one quarterback that he can count on, Mac Jones has stepped in. How many wins does Mac Jones have right now? Does he have 5 wins? 5.
5, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, 5 wins. He's already collected.
He was 5-0.
Yeah, and so he's just red hot, and in part, it's because of what Christian McCaffrey always provides to whoever is quarterbacking. He now has 33 career touchdown receptions, okay? And he just passed one dude, second most touchdown receptions by a running back in the Super Bowl era. And he is just nonstop. So I'm sure you guys might be able to guess who is at the top. Okay?
Marshall Faulk.
Yeah, he's at the top. So who did he just pass?
LaDainian.
He has now moved to second all-time in the Super Bowl era with 33 career touchdown passes. Marshall Faulk, he's going to pass him soon.
Catches.
Yeah, 33 career touchdown receptions.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with LT.
All right, so
I'm going to go
Marshall Faulk, by the way, has 36. He's only 3 away from it.
I'm going to go with, I don't want to say Roger Craig.
It's another good one. That dude had the high knees coming out of the backfield. He would go up and get it. Nope, neither one.
All right, well, hang on. Give us a second.
Oh, wait a minute. What do you mean, hang on?
I was going to say LaDainian Tomlinson.
But I'm just letting JJ get before you get your 4th guess in.
Just based off, like, longevity, let's just say Frank Gore.
Nope. Longevity did count for Frank, though. Old Frank. This one is, like, not on your radar at all. It's a surprise. It really is.
Austin Eckler.
Priest Holmes.
Yeah.
Oh,
but that kind of in the vein that JJ's mentioning, you just don't think of guys like that.
Yeah.
And a diminutive guy.
Sproles.
Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles. Wow. 32 touchdown receptions from Darren Sproles. He was the classic third down dude, was he not?
I needed that short reference.
Yeah. And so McCaffrey, not only is he now closing in on Marshall Faulk as far as most ever touchdown receptions in the Super Bowl era, he also is the third in NFL history with 100 on the ground and 50 in the air in 10 career games. He, Marshall Faulk, and then just as an extra bonus, the only other dude, Walter Payton.
Sweetness.
Yeah, Sweetness did that. Yeah, Sweetness had, and he's another one that we probably, as great as he was,
hands, man.
we don't think of him catching the football that often, but he was pretty dang good. All right, so let's get into these big games at the top of the 1 o'clock hour. Our picks are coming up. Matt, you may or may not be headed to BYU Texas Tech.
We'll see.
So let's just get into that game. Let's get into a game that people are not familiar with. It's called Alabama LSU. Have you ever heard of it? Because it is one of the big games this weekend. But I got to make this point. LSU, this is such, you know how we said Billy Napier stole the buzz of the world's largest outdoor cocktail party? Brian Kelly did the same thing to LSU, Alabama. So we'll get into that game, a handful of other ones, Missouri, A&M, all coming up as we hit the 1 o'clock hour on a Florida Home AC Friday.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. The players leave it all on the field, and after it's over, the party gets started. Packer Leon and Coach Gerald Ingram bring you the window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter, nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com.
I'm Max Fink on your Gator station. 1010XL is your pipeline to Gator Nation. Listen to the Gator Report all year round.
Freshened up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators. 1010XL.
Go, Gators!
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Hey, poker players, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine are bringing you a month full of big winnings. From holiday high hams at Best Bet Jacksonville to $500 every 30 minutes up for grabs on the fast action table games. November is filled with fast, fun poker action and over $825,000 in giveaways. Best Bet has all the action this month. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Check Mate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein and Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. I love Hello Smooth Med Spa, my go-to for skin health and beauty. Their biggest event of the year is November 19th, National Botox Day. Huge deals, local vendors, and it benefits Make-A-Wish. Don't miss it. Visit hellosmooth.com for more details.
Pick it here for Oceanside Cleaners, the very best in dry cleaning service. Free pickup and delivery, or use their self-service kiosk in Ponte Vedra and Southside for drop-off and pickup. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and bridal gown preservation. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Oceanside Cleaners.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF. The Jacksonville Jaguars will play 2027 home games in Orlando, pending final approval from NFL owners. Sources are telling Brett McMurphy and On3 Sports. Home opponents for the Jags in 2027 will include the Buccaneers as well as the Miami Dolphins. The news was first broken by the Orlando Sentinel. Right now, 80 degrees at 102. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
JJ just said, I got to plug the amp back in. Okay. We got to get to it, man. Toto, first hour, and he goes Pantera, begin the second hour. All right, you guys, you love it. It gets you in a good mood, that's for sure. A Friday full of rock and roll. Florida Home AC, they love cool song suggestions. Throw them, JJ, the DJ's way at 641-1010 because it's a day worth cranking.
Toto can do a little crank.
Oh, of course, I know that. Listen, I like Toto. It's just a little different.
Both.
Yeah.
JJ, you know that like
yeah, I can go yacht rock.
You know the
if I
Weezer
have
song
to.
"Hash Pipe" that you love?
I do love that song.
It's a Toto song.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hating on Toto.
We love him.
I just wanted to
I don't know, you kinda
break
came-
out my long hair.
Kind of came off the ring ropes with that one.
You did.
He wanted
You
to
did.
plug.
That was like no question after that.
He wanted to plug his cord in, man.
Rest in peace, Steinbag.
And just bang. I love it. All right, now let's bang through some college football because honestly, there's so much good stuff. And like we were joking earlier, LSU Alabama is normally one of the marquee games, unfortunately. And Brian Kelly, you know what? Let's just make this the 10-10 take to start off our college football conversation right here.
Now, Joe C's 1010 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since 68.
Delicious Sonny's Barbecue. If you are heading home on a Friday, you're getting ready for a big football weekend, load up on some delicious protein, racks of ribs, whole chickens, pulled pork, brisket, whatever you want. They got it all going for you at any one of your area Sonny's. It's hard to believe that a guy gets canned in October of a college football season when his record is 20 games above 500. I need to remind everybody what Brian Kelly did do versus what he didn't do. He had 2 10-win seasons followed by a 9-4 season in 2024. He was 34-14. And then Matt reminded me he did beat Alabama. And so here's a guy, he went 10-4 his first season, went 10-3, had a Heisman Trophy winner in Jaden Daniels, made it to Atlanta one year, all this stuff, but he was a horse's behind, and that was one of the main reasons that got him the H out of Baton
So
Rouge.
that made him last one more day than a guy that went 20-23 at Florida.
And was Mr. Nice Guy. One was 34-14. The other one had a sub 500 record. That's the difference in your college football world. That's the 10-10 take, honestly. Vandy is messing up our football world because that's one of the losses that LSU had. And it's just a different deal right now.
Think about how bad of a coach that guy is if he goes 43 games at the University of Florida and loses 23 of them.
I agree. I agree.
And you've got to just be completely incompetent to do that.
Yeah.
Was there a revolt? Was there a team revolt to get him out of there? I mean, what was the final straw?
No, I just think they got annihilated by Texas A&M at home on Saturday night, and there was a lot of problems. There was a lot of problems this year. I think a lot of people were upset they didn't go further with Jaden Daniels. They had the best offense in college football, and the defense was horrific because of a hire he made, Matt House. By the way, former Jaguars linebackers coach Matt House.
Yeah.
He was terrible with that defense, and
I think also his relationship with the fans,
and the relationship with the fans, relationship with the fans, relationship with the media,
and the past players, like Leon pointed out.
and past players.
And
you can't. Here's the thing, you can't defend a defensive coordinator that had one of the historically worst seasons in the history of the school, which is what Matt House did.
Right.
And to this year, Brian Kelly was saying, well, Matt House didn't forget about coaching football.
No.
He probably hasn't, but he had a bad year.
Okay, pull up the Eddie O on Tommy Moffitt if you still have it, because that also was one of the things that Brian Kelly just 100% blew, is that he didn't know. It's not like he forgot what LSU football was about. He just didn't know. And you guys know this. LSU is defense and running the football. Now, they've kicked out a lot of great receivers, a lot of great position players, but you guys know that was at the core. All right, so here's just to remind people what Eddie O said about that.
Tommy was great. He was very instrumental. Tommy was like a head coach in the strength room, man. When I gave my speech on Friday night, there's one other person that talked. It was Tommy Moffitt. Wow. I had the utmost respect for him. When you go to Miami, when you go to USC, when you go to LSU, you gotta respect the traditions, and you gotta respect the people that has been there busting their behind for championship. I don't know if that was done.
Yeah, you can't break code. You can't break code, especially when it comes to coaches like that. Because we had one in Arquillo. Arquillo was a milestone at University of Miami. And whatever coaching staff came in there, they just had to deal with him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because we weren't going to let you fire him. All right, because he started as a player, and he became the GA, assistant, head offensive line coach. So whoever came in there, don't bring an offensive line coach. All right. If you do bring one, he's going to be an assistant. You're not going to fire him. All right, because he's just been there. You're not going to buck tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to buck tradition. So I understand it completely. You don't come in there, a guy like the weightlifting coach who spends 90% of the time with the players. Has the heartbeat of the team. Was absolutely, heartbeat of the team.
Yeah.
And he was the weightlifting coach for 3 championships at LSU. So how can you come and buck the system?
I understand he wants his own guy. I get that.
Right.
But he should have found a place for Tommy Moffitt.
And they didn't do anything on defense or in the run game. And those will cost you mightily in the SEC. All right, real quick. Any surprise there, LSU, Bama? Any surprise? Because
other than Frank Wilson, the interim coach, saying he's going to use 2 quarterbacks, other than that.
Yeah, that's honest.
He's going to use Michael Van Buren, who, quite frankly, probably should have been used a little more.
He was the one at Mississippi State.
He was the kid at Mississippi State last year. Yeah,
we all know. I know some Van Buren boys.
Right.
Yeah.
And Nussmeier.
Do you know the signal, the sign?
I do.
Yeah. And Nussmeier just isn't anywhere near what he was supposed to be. Add up all the guys that were being hyped either for a Heisman or for a first-round projection.
Well, they couldn't protect
#1
him.
quarterback.
I don't know that it's his fault. They can't protect him, and he's getting killed.
He got
which
crushed.
is why Van Buren, who can run a little bit, who can break, contain, create plays a little, which is why he's going to play some.
All right, let's hit a couple real quick. Just 4 undefeated teams remaining in college football. Texas Tech, not one of them, but may deal a loss to one of 4 remaining undefeated teams, and that's BYU.
Should be unbeaten. They just played Arizona State without their starting quarterback.
Exactly. But without Baron Morton, they're unbeaten with Baron Morton. They do get him back. They both, Texas Tech and BYU, have only played 1 ranked opponent so far. Okay. So we're going to find out whether there's juice in the Big 12, whether one of these teams, who's going to win it, is going to be able to step up. Tech beat Utah 34-10 back in September. BYU took them down 24-21.
In Provo.
Yeah. And so, anyway, how do you see it?
It would be great if I can actually get there to see it. So that's a start.
Yeah.
According to the shutdown, which is crushing all kind of air travel. I think Tech's going to rout them.
Mm-hmm.
BYU's a nice team. It's a nice story. They haven't played anybody. They played Utah at home, won a close game. I think Tech's going to do what they've done to everybody. All 8 of their wins have been by at least 23 points. I think it's going to be something a lot like that, like 38-17, something like that. Is that 23? No, that's not.
21.
Yeah.
So 38-14.
Yeah, math. Yeah,
that's like
That's that University of Miami math right there.
All right, you smell anything? Mizzou, A&M, Big Sirs. It's at number 22, Missouri. I love A&M.
I kind of do.
I got them at the top.
What do you smell?
Upset.
Oh,
good job.
No upset. No. I've seen Mizzou play and Texas A&M. Texas A&M is complete as far as get after it pretty good. The only other team that I've seen that get after it pretty good is Indiana. When I saw Indiana play, when they play Oregon on both sides of the ball, man, they play some physical, fast football. I love their intensity.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, those – and I watched Ohio State play too, but the teams that have impressed me the most that get after on both sides of the ball has been Indiana and it has been Texas A&M.
And I didn't think I'd be saying this about A&M, but Mario Craver and Casey Concepcion, those two dudes are balling.
They're balling.
From the wide receiver position. Both transfer portals. They have combined for 76 catches and over 1,250 yards, 11 touchdowns. And so Marcel Reed, he might emerge out of this weekend, he and Fernando, as two of the great Heisman.
You know what, though?
Dang, you really just threw your boy Pavia right away. Like, you just threw him out like yesterday's trash.
He's done.
nothing now.
Fernando's the
As far
new
as I'm
guy.
concerned.
Just
And I'll bring him back next
because
week.
of a
but right
3-point
now,
loss to Texas. Texas A&M's defense is kind of
No.
They've given up some points.
Okay,
man.
they had the close game against the Fighting Irish. Look at what happened. Was it them in Arkansas that kind of went back and forth
Yeah,
a little
Florida
bit?
kind of did what they wanted on him for like 3 quarters. Till
No,
they had to do
It
some
was
catch
like
up.
2
and-
quarters.
It was like 2
It wasn't just that. There
drives.
was another. There was like a
1
group
quarter.
of 5 team that scored like 28 on them earlier in the season.
I'd have to go back and look, but
My point is they give up points. That's number one. Number two, Missouri's defense is really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
the thing
They can get the quarterback. Now, number 3, here's the whole thing. How does Zollers play against Texas A&M? He's now had 2 weeks to prepare.
right off of a bye week and coming
only that,
in for the injured Bo Prabula.
But the way he played against Vandy, he played better than Prabula in the pass game than Prabula did all season.
Well, we'll find out. That this is going to be the Drinkwitz.
He's not the runner
litmus test.
Prabula is, though.
Yeah, but it's the litmus test because Lane Kiffin
The limits configuration?
Well, Lane Kiffin sat down a hurt Austin Simmons and then went and got a dude from Ferris State and really hadn't missed a beat. And now you'll find out if Eli can sit one guy down, grab another guy, run the same type of offense and be effective. The other thing about A&M, they're 123rd in penalties, so they draw some flags. They're Miami-esque, okay? They draw some laundry.
Let me just throw this out there for you, okay? What if Missouri wins this game? What if Missouri
Now you're going
then
to tell me Florida can't hire.
Hang
either
on,
Lane
I'm just
or
saying.
Eli.
Then they have a number. Then they have a win against a number 3 team in the country,
Yeah.
and they have 2 losses, and they've got a schedule that's very manageable the rest of the way.
It's light.
Very, very. Let me look at that real quick. But if you see Missouri at 10-2, then what are you doing?
All right.
Then what are you doing with who's going from the SEC, number 1, and number 2? If Missouri does go, then what?
Well, you're going to have a bunch of SEC teams in the college football playoff.
No, I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking
saying
about.
you can't get to either one of them. Yeah,
that's what I'm.
By the
talking
way,
about.
I'm of the belief that if you have your guy and you think that's your guy, you wait for him. Simple as that.
All right.
We're going to wait for Ryan O'Halloran. Rah, rah, rah. He's going to come up, talk a little bit about that Gator head coaching job. The Jags on their way to Houston without Brian Thomas Jr. healthy. We'll get into all that coming up on a Florida Home AC Friday.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Sometimes the secret weapon is the special teams.
He's got a big leg. He's got a career-long.
After the game, pump up the Superior Plumbing Special Teams Player of the Game. Sealed by Superior Plumbing and Pipelining on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Hoops are back, and now you can mix and match football and basketball and win big with Prize Picks, where being right can get you paid on America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. All you do is pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Justin Herbert, more or less than 241 pass yards. Tyrese Maxey, more or less than 29 points. It's just that simple, everybody. And here's the best part. PrizePicks offers an injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, PrizePicks won't count it as a loss. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. And with Flex Play, you can double your money, even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all PrizePicks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play 5 in lineups. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Tom McManus buckles his chin strap as he joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl.
I just love a man in uniform.
Helmets and heels. Afternoons 2 to 4. Served by Queen Law Group on 1010XL.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosser here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Duval. Yes, you heard that right. We love being in Duval County, and we love this city. So during football season, it's absolutely Luval around here. Hey, it's Don from Taco Lou, and yes, it is that time of year again. I know everyone's working hard all week getting ready for game day. Taco Lou is ready for you. If it's pregame, if it's postgame, during the game. No matter what your game is, enjoy it with us at Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
Luval. I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law. 1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. How about a 6-pack of picks on XL Primetime? It's time to protect the crown. Capped by Corona, La Playa awaits.
Oh, I love it. La Playa when you're headed to the beach, but La Playa awaits right now as we're going to see who the player is this week. The Corona Cat, always stoked to get in our contests because he provides the prizes, and he's giving you an opportunity every single month to get hooked up with that Corona Tailgate package along with some delicious Sonny's barbecue. We're talking Corona tent, cooler, chairs, football, all of it. And we definitely say thanks to Matt, the Corona Cat.
Even if you are like our caller last week, Kurt, who went 1-5.
Ouch, man.
You still are able to win.
Yeah, so even though you might feel like a loser, you are a winner because you do go in the drawing, and it is a limited number of players in this La Playa awaits that gets a chance to win the Corona Tailgate prize pack with Sonny. So you guys stick around. JJ rolls through our picks. I'll give you, Matt, the Corona Cats picks along with ours, and then we'll invite a caller to jump in. All right, JJ, rock and roll, man.
All right, let's start. You hear the music. Let's start with the NFL. So we should just do the standings real quick. Leon is ahead 33-27. Coach Campo 1 game back of him. Corona 2 games back of him. Me and Matt tied at 30 and 33 games back, and Joe 27 and 33. So nobody's really that bad.
Yeah, we're close.
Yeah. So we'll start with Leon. Pats at Bucks. The Buccaneers at home, 2.5-point favorites.
Okay, let the La Playa go first. Let me see. Bucks and Pats. I'm gonna go with Baker. I'm taking Baker. Taking the Bucks.
All right. I guess Matt's next.
How many points are the Pats getting?
2.5.
God, I really want to take the Pats. I'm going to take the Bucks.
The Bucks are laying those points, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to take the Bucks as well.
All right, and Coach Campo is taking the Bucks, and so am I. Wow.
That's
not very
scary.
exciting. Yeah, exactly. All right, I wasn't expecting that. Next up, Rams at Niners. Very juicy game in the NFC West. Rams on the road are 4.5-point favorites in San Francisco. Leon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rams look good though, bro. I agree with you, Matt. They got to be one of the best 5 teams in the NFL. Matthew Stafford. I'm going with the Rams. I'm going with the Rams.
I think the Rams might be the best team in the NFL, actually.
In the whole league.
In the whole
All
league.
of a sudden, I feel like there's another sweep coming.
All right.
Nope, because I'm taking the Niners. Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, so you're going to grab those 4.5
Yes,
points,
I am.
JJ?
I think the Rams are still going to win the game, but those 4.5.
Coach is going with the Rams, and so is JJ.
Yeah, it's really tough when a number gets big like that, and the Rams lost to the 49ers down in SoFi it was basically a 49ers crowd. They bought up all the tickets. But Kyle Shanahan, dude, he keeps figuring out a way. I got to take the points.
Yeah, I don't hate that pick.
Yeah, I think the Rams.
I'm going with the Rams. All right, last NFL game we had. Man, great slate for the NFL this weekend. Eagles at Packers. Packers, coming off that terrible loss to the Panthers, are at home, and they are 1.5-point favorites. Leon.
Eagles.
Ooh. Said that with confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vegas, you kind of feel like they may know something. After that
Right?
stinky loss, they still install them.
It's the NFL,
Fed.
man.
Yeah.
What are the 1.5? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 1.5.
I'm going to lay the points and take the Pack.
All right.
All right. JJ?
I'm taking the Eagles, and Coach, I'll give you Coach's pick after Joe goes.
I'm taking the Eagles.
All right, Coach is taking the Eagles as well.
They come off.
I'm
They
the
come
only
off.
guy taking the Pack?
Yeah, they come off a bye
Here we go.
week.
Here comes my move.
Yeah, we'll see. They come off a bye week, and honestly, Jordan Love
sucks.
Just throw the tape in of Jordan Love and Bo Nix.
I didn't say where it was going the move. I could also be at last again.
Did you happen to see Jordan Love's interception he threw in the in the end zone? It was like the worst throw I've ever seen in my whole life.
The defensive player was 5 yards off of the receiver, and it was to the defensive player, and he was shocked. He's like, "Oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch this." All right, Matt the Corona Cat on the pro side laid all the points.
Wow.
So laying 2.5, taking the Bucks, laying 4.5, taking the Rams, and of course he's taking the Pack -1.5.
And he's right in this. He's only a couple games back of Leon. All right, let's go to college. Oh,
Glorious.
love that song.
Glorious.
All right, this one is at high noon. I don't know what time it is in Lubbock, Texas.
Central Time.
Oh, is it? I thought
11A.
that's
It's
crazy.
11A.
They're that far west and they're still on Central
Yeah,
Time.
you can't get there from here.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, BYU at Texas Tech. Texas Tech, 10.5-point favorites at home. Leon. BYU undefeated, by the way.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Raiders. Raiders.
Red Rider.
Yeah, there you go.
Say whatever you want. It's fine.
Red Riders.
It's almost 4 hours of fly time, by the way, to get there. Think about that. Still in the Central Time Zone.
Panama City in Central Time Zone.
Yeah. I'm going to take Texas Tech, too. They're definitely coming.
They definitely cover.
I think they're going to rout them, actually.
Wow.
JJ.
I'm taking Texas Tech. I don't feel that confident because I've seen one game between both these teams this
Right.
year.
I'm fighting this.
And Coach is taking Tech as well.
Yeah, this just. I don't mind dropping it.
Take BYU. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't mind dropping a game. Okay?
Their quarterback's name is Bear.
Yeah.
He's
Bachmeier.
number 47.
That's correct.
Can't hate that.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't
There's
mind.
nothing wrong with that at
I'll
all.
take an L. Okay, Oppo Joe steps in.
So who are you taking?
The
taking
points.
BYU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Next up, 0 SEC games, by the way, on my slate today.
Really?
Yep.
You didn't put Georgia and Mississippi State there?
I didn't.
Oh.
I already told you guys Mississippi State's going to win, so why would we even put it?
I agree with you. I think they could too.
All right, Oregon at Iowa. Oregon on the road. Apparently the weather's supposed to be nasty. Oregon on the road in Iowa City, 6.5-point favorites. Huge game for the Ducks, man. This might be you lose and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'd be a 2-loss team.
Matt, does Iowa have any offense now? Because I remember last year
I'm not telling you anything, man.
They
we're
scored
competing.
31 points the other game, so I was kind of shocked.
Thank you, JJ.
Telling you something. What was
I'm
that
taking
all?
Iowa. I'm taking Iowa.
Good. That was my trick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm taking the points, and Iowa's not going to need the points. They're going to beat them outright.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm on the Hawkeye side on this.
Whoa!
Because Dante Moore's. There is O out of Iowa. Hard to believe, and they're gonna knock him around a little bit.
Former employee here would be really proud of you guys. I'm taking the Oregon Ducks. Coach Campo is taking Iowa as well.
Wait,
you know he's got a
who's
soft
the former
spot for
employee
it.
that's the Iowa fan?
I don't know.
I'll just think hard. All right, last but certainly not least, this game might be a joke to everyone, but I'm very intrigued by this.
How did I forget that?
FSU at Clemson, 3-5 versus 4. I don't even know what the records are. It's on the ACC network, folks.
That's the best part. It's on the ACC network.
And I've already told you guys, this is what is at stake right now. Clemson has dropped their last six consecutive home loss for Clemson this past week to a Power 4 team.
That's insane.
When they lost
home
to Duke.
at home.
At home.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
Norvell-esque.
that
Daydreaming.
spread, Clemson
1.5.
at home, 1.5. Leon.
Wow, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Florida State.
Wow.
I'm taking Florida State.
Minus 1.5. They're catching 1.5.
No, I think Dabo's tirade, right? Steadied the ship.
Fired everybody.
Believe me,
Steadied the ship.
I felt like a lot of things he
I'm
said
laying
would
a
have
point and a
delivered
half.
more
and taking
results.
the Tigers.
All right.
All right,
JJ?
I mean, this is it. This is last stand right here for
The name of mom?
for Dabo. This could very easily end up 4-8.
Yeah, Campo's taking Florida State, and for my parents, I am taking Clemson. Clemson Tigers.
Are you betting on her life?
No way. I'm not betting a dime on this game, man.
But in the name of Elijah Roberts, I'm taking Clemson.
All right. And there you have it.
I'm in the name
Those
of
are our
Linda
picks.
LaSelva.
All right, so let me give you. I gave you the NFL picks for Matt, the Corona Cat. Now
He
let's
took
get
all
to-
favorites.
Yeah, and so he took all the chalk in the NFL game. In the college game, he's snagging 10.5 and taking BYU, laying points and taking the Ducks, whack, 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 and then taking a 1.5 in FSU. So we'll see how
we're
Matt, the
gonna move
Corona
on
Cat,
him.
does. Huh?
He's going to take a big drop this week.
You think he's going to take a
Matt's
bath this week?
predictions,
He's
I
losing
can't
all.
trust
He's
him.
losing all three.
Okay,
college
this is.
games.
You need to
Right
save
now.
this. You need to save this. A little Matt on Matt crime.
I do have bad.
It's a little Matt on Matt crime right now.
Perfect timing. Yeah.
Okay, and Matt, the Corona Cat's like, wait a minute, I thought we were a team, pair of Matts. No, not
No,
so.
he's got much more gorgeous flowing locks than I have.
Not so. All right. So you heard the choices. You heard what the Corona Cat did. You heard what we did. So, JJ, let's hook them up. 641-1010. If you beat the Corona Cat, you get double the entry into our monthly contest. If you run the table, you get 3 entries into it. And
Which we haven't had yet.
No, we have not.
No callers gone 6-0.
Yeah, and so we'll see which of you guys kind of gets in the driver's seat for the November giveaway, courtesy of Corona and Sonny's Barbecue.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford. Non-stop Knowles. Search 1010XL Seminoles on YouTube.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Joe C. with a great trip for you all, really all of Duval. If you're going up to thatville from thisville, it's Titans, Jaguars, one of the great road trips you guys can enjoy during the season. Well, I'll be up there in the heart of Nashville, staying at the Omni Nashville. Stay where I'm going to stay. We're going to do shows from there. We're going to have a bunch of fun. It's super close to Broadway Street as well as the stadium, and they got a killer rate for 1010 listeners. Just go to the website, 1010xl.com. Look for that Omni link. Click on it. It's that simple. You can come hang with me in Nashville the week after, or the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Make sure you check it out. Already the holidays. Let's have a big time up in Nash Vegas. 1010xl.com. Click on the Omni link.
Need electric vehicle repair? Guardian Collision is expert certified for any electric vehicle. Trust the home team for auto body repair on your EV. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you. At GuardianCollision.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $3,600 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl, made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
1010XL is your home for Florida Gators football. Protected by the law firm of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Follow every Gators game on 1010XL.
Jacksonville is my hometown, and nobody knows roofing like me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We handle everything from repairs to full roof replacements, start to finish. We give honest quotes, use quality materials, and clean up like we were never there. We all look at Google reviews, so go ahead and check out ours. We're proud of all our 5-star ratings. I would say we treat you like family, but some people don't like theirs. Go to BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roof quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan from Checkmate Coatings. Our precision coatings make your floors the MVP of any space.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
No more climbing ladders or tree shopping or untangling lights, no way. Kuhn Flowers will take care of it for you this fall when you schedule their holiday home decorating team. High Flying Jacko here. Now's a good time to call on Kuhn Flowers. They'll do it all this fall.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that the big game this Sunday for the Jacksonville Jaguars. You could seal the deal with your rival. You could put them out their misery. They want to go home. Send them home. All right? But no, the seriousness of Coach Campbell and I, we talked about this when we had Coach on there. You need to start playing your best ball about November, rolling into December if you want to make that push for that playoff. You haven't seen that yet from this Jaguars team. You're down numbers. You're down guys. Let's put a game together and put our rivalry to sleep because they're ready to go home. You can hear the U-Haul right now. They want to go home. Send them home.
If they can pull it off and start to prove that inside this division they are now a player, and that's what you want more than anything else.
They can legitimize it.
You think
Yeah,
they're ready
exactly.
to go home?
Yeah.
Huh?
You think they're ready to go home?
Who, the Texans?
Yeah.
Yeah, go and send them home.
Who knows? We'll see, especially with Davis Mills under center.
You win the game,
All
they're done.
Let's find out if this guy's if he'll be ready to go home after a trip to H-Town.
Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
Rah, rah, rah. We say hello to Ryan O'Halloran, who joins us now as we talk Jaguar football and beyond. Columnist for the TU. Find all his stuff at jacksonville.com. How you doing, bro?
Guys, how are we doing today?
Doing outstanding. I think the big piece of news, not a shocker at all, but Brian Thomas Jr. is not going to be available on Sunday.
No, and I mean, the track record this year is when you don't practice for 3 days, by 5 o'clock on Friday, you're going to be ruled out. And what an opportunity now for Jacoby Myers and Parker Washington, and Tim Patrick's going to be back. And, we'll see about De'Ami Brown. He's been cleared. So, I think this passing game is going to actually thrive because they're not going to have to force it to Brian Thomas.
Ryan, how big is getting Devin Lloyd back? Can we get the first 5 game Devin Lloyd back? You think we'll have that guy come this Sunday?
Well, they're hoping so. I think it's going to be a little bit of a transition because he hasn't played in so long, and those calves are tricky. But where they missed him in the pass game, Ventrell Miller plays hard. He's good against the run. He can tackle, but in the pass game, he just is not up to snuff. So Devin Lloyd has missed basically 3 games, and he still leads the league in takeaways. So big addition getting him back.
So Ryan, I think it's pretty clear when this team runs the ball, or at least tries to force itself to run the ball, they have a better chance to win. Do you see this philosophy now moving into the second half that it's time to embrace this thing? Because when Trevor's throwing it 49 times, it's an ugly sight.
Yeah, and Travis Etienne, the Jaguars are 7-1 in his career when he has at least 20 rushing attempts. By all means, embrace that, guys, as opposed to what Trevor Lawrence's record is with that many pass attempts. But, here's the thing. When you're not chasing the game, you can sort of stick with the run, even maybe if it's not working. I mean, Etienne's average per carry was less than 4 last week, but they were controlling the clock. You never really felt like they we're going to lose the game until that last 2-point conversion. So I think that's going to be. I mean, Houston defense is excellent. They're terrific against the run. They rush forward. They can cover. So I think getting a lead and then forcing Davis Mills to do things he's not comfortable with, which is throwing down the field. I think this is going to be a takeaway game for this Jaguar defense, and that's how they're going to win.
Yeah, if they can get to Davis Mills, and we know that is the biggest mystery of all, is why they can't unlock a little more pass pressure, then, you might have that takeaway that you're looking for. But honestly, Ryan, we're talking with Ryan O'Halloran from the Florida Times-Union. Anthony Campanile is just going to have to design something to free these guys up and get them to the quarterback.
Yeah, and, they said, we got 2 sacks last week. Well, it was the last play of regulation, and it was a 3-man rush. They weren't, that was sort of just dumb luck that they got a sack there. And they did get one over in time, but he's tried what Campanile's tried a lot early in games. He's thrown a lot of different looks, a lot of different pressures, a lot of those simulated things, drop guys, rush guys. To me, I just go to your edge rushers and say, guys, paying you a lot of money, win your matchup, so I don't have to blitz 6 and 7 and 5, and I can sort of play underneath stuff because Brock Bowers had the middle of the field to himself mostly because of Lulikon and Ventrell Miller were having to blitz.
Yeah, Ryan, that's what I've been saying. That the team has not gotten this return on this money or this investment by the lack of productivity by our 2 edge rushers and the interior guys. I mean, at some particular point, you got to let these guys know that you got to earn them checks.
I mean, the interior defensive line, Leon, has been pretty much a non-factor. I mean, you go big stretches of games when you're listening to the TV copy where you don't hear Armstead, you don't hear Smith. Yeah. You hear Hamilton probably more than any of them, but this defensive line, I think, for the money they're paying him, has been totally underwhelming. And they still are like one of the worst teams in the league in sacks. They're sort of being saved by takeaways. So it's time for them to turn the corner a little bit. And maybe, if you're hoping. Maybe Hines Allen gets going with the 1.5 sacks, and maybe that starts a little bit of a run for him.
All right, Ryan, what's the latest news on Jordan Lewis, and what do they do in the back end right now to try and get some kind of consistency?
Yeah, I think Lewis falls in the same category as Thomas. Did not see him at practice today. He came into that game with a bad shoulder. He was non-contact, but then the big fella, Devon Hamilton, landed on him on the second play from scrimmage. There's a little friendly fire there. So, no practice for all 3 days. I think if there's a guy who could get away with it mentally, would be Jordan Lewis, but you don't know where he's at physically. Okay, if you don't have Lewis, Jerrion Jones has to step up. If they play dime, Lane, the rookie, has to be their dime defender. So, you're not facing a dynamic passing attack, but you do have concerns because Jordan Lewis was your nickel. So now it's Buster Brown and Greg Newsome in the base stuff, and they'll throw in Jerry Jones in the nickel.
We're talking with Ryan O'Halloran. Check him out on X, of course, Jacksonville.com and the Florida Times-Union as the columnist. We need to get to a couple of other ones here, but in your mind, who are the guys that you think can play or guys that you think it's not likely that they will play based on what you've seen?
Yeah, we mentioned Thomas, no-go, I would assume.
Yep.
Jordan Lewis, no-go. Hunter Long was not out there today, same thing. And then the big one, I think a big loss is Ezra Cleveland. And, is he the best left guard in the league? No, but he sort of knows what he's doing out there. He got sort of sideswiped late in regulation, so that would probably be Cole Van Lanen. I would expect those 4 guys to be down on Sunday. So you're probably looking at Tim Jones getting another activation, and then maybe one of those practice squad linemen.
Yeah, Brian, I know Brian Thomas is down, but even when he was in the games, it felt like Parker Washington was your one receiver, was he not?
Yeah, Parker Washington, his catches against Las Vegas, those are the plays they had ready for Travis Hunter until he got hurt. So now you think, okay, Myers, you got, if he's up to speed with his package of plays, he's going to be a focus point. Parker Washington, you get Tim Patrick back. And to me, if you're the Jaguars, you just try and win this game however you can, because when you come back to the Chargers, you may get Brenton Strange back at tight end, and that will make a big difference for helping those receivers out. But, I think with Jacoby Myers, the expectations are high, due in part to what the GM said about who catches the football, actually. What a shot at Brian Thomas, which I enjoyed thoroughly.
All right, so that was glorious. So I asked Dave Camper this. I'm going to get your thoughts on this. Considering what happened last night in Denver, just that ugly, disgusting game, and what this team did against the Raiders a week before in Las Vegas, less than a week before, are we being too, and I can't believe I'm saying this again, are we being too negative on this team? Because they have beaten the Chiefs. They did go out and beat the 49ers. Should have beaten the Bengals. They beat a Carolina team that now has 5 wins, right?
Yeah,
is it just that they played 2 really good teams and played horribly against one and got blown out against the other?
Well, I think part of that, Matt, but also the recency bias played into that bye week is we had 2 weeks to pick at the corpse of the Seattle loss and the Rams loss, where they just were not very good. And so if you go on the road off a bye and you win, to me that's a victory. You're 5-3 now. It's in your hands. Go to Houston, do what you should have done against Cincinnati's Jake Browning. Beat a backup quarterback. Now you're coming back to 6-3. You face a Charger team that has neither of their offensive tackles, and Justin Herbert is getting beat up every week. So the opportunity is at hand for this Jaguar team. Just don't take the Texans' offense lightly, or else you're going to have what happened against Cincinnati.
Yeah, 100%. All right, before we let you go, you got to tell us what's coming up in the TU. And we mentioned FSU and Clemson, a dog of a game considering what we thought of both of them coming into the year, and just a 1.5-point spread. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I'm thinking Clemson at home. Who would have thought that this was a ACC network game? ESPN basically said we have 42 other choices before we get to the Noles and the Tigers. It'd be interesting to see if Florida State can show up and see if they gained some momentum last week. In the TU this weekend, I went all access with the UNF men's basketball team last night in Gainesville. So thanks to Bobby Kennan, who let me be the shoot around in the locker room and stuff. So that was one I enjoyed, and then I'll be on the plane to Houston tomorrow. We'll have full coverage throughout the weekend, and then looking to next week, Florida State, Florida basketball Tuesday night in Gainesville.
Yeah, it's going to be good. All right, listen, great stuff. We appreciate it, Ryan O'Halloran. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
All right, rah. Check him out on X at the Florida Times-Union and Jacksonville.com. All right, we look at this game, and let's at least throw out what we think is going to happen coming up here in just a sec on a Florida Home AC Friday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Their sound shaped music for generations to come. Toto, live. One special night with hit after hit. March 2nd at St. Augustine Amphitheater. On sale now at AXS.com. Don't miss an evening with Toto, live.
Pre-Game Friday.
Built by Dream Finders Homes. Homes built to fit your lifestyle on 1010XL.
Pork, chicken, brisket. Sometimes the best choice is not having to make one. That's why we're bringing back originals like our Sunny Sampler and Pork 3 Ways. Get your favorite proteins, 2 sides, and bread, starting at just $16.99. A little bit of everything, a whole lot of value. That's why it's always Sunny's here. Sunny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Has someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI, domestic violence, and all criminal offenses. In your battle with the justice system, there's only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645. 354-5645.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you today about having a grateful spirit. As we journey in life, it's so easy to take things for granted. But I want to encourage you to never get tired of thanking God for your blessings. Take time also to thank the people in your life who have and are helping you to become the person you are today. Don't go through life complaining, go through life praising.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out, Garage Door 911, garagedoor911.com.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, fellas, a couple quick thoughts before we are done and hand it off to Helmets and Heels. We asked Ryan O'Halloran what he liked and whether he liked this Jacksonville Jaguar team to come back with a dub. I think it's real important. I think it certainly is doable, especially given what they are going against. But even though Brian Thomas Jr. has been a little bit of a liability, I laugh when Ryan O'Halloran said now they don't have to worry about trying to force feed him the football. Still one more weapon that's down. It's going to make it tough. Low-scoring game, but I do think Jacksonville can exit.
You think they get it done?
Yeah, I think they can.
Well, I think they can get it done, too. They play smart, disciplined football, physical football.
Yeah.
Just start from the start. Crowd noise is going to definitely be a factor. That's not an excuse to be jumping off sides.
Right.
Legal procedures and all that kind of thing. So be disciplined about your work. Be diligent about your business, and be physical with this team.
Yeah. If they can get that part of it done, and I don't know whether they'll ever get to a place, Matty, where they're mistake-free more than they are mistake-prone because the flags just keep flying. But, man, they have got to make sure they handle that part of it on the road.
Here's what is kind of unnerving to me. I think you can get away. You can get away beating the Raiders without like having any real legit guy that can stress a defense on the outside in the receiving game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you can do that against the Texans.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can go on the road and do that against the Texans. You've got is De'Ami Brown going to play?
Well, they think so. Right now,
I would say no.
Yeah, and
even if he did,
did he list him as far as the
yesterday he didn't play.
Yeah, he did not practice, and so he is in concussion protocol. And I'm trying to think if Ryan just said that he thought that he felt like there was a chance that he would be there, but still, here's what you got.
I mean, you've got Parker Washington.
Yeah.
You've got Jacoby Myers.
Tim Patrick coming back and Tim
3
Jones.
days. Tim Patrick, Tim Jones.
De'Ami was a full participant
Training camp
yesterday.
Trammell.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I felt like that there was an improving possibility that he would be able to play.
He also has a problem with catching balls too.
Sure, he does.
So I mean, there's that's kind of my thing is, I think you're asking a lot for them to go to Houston and win a game like that when you don't have any weapons in the pass game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Parker Washington's solid, but after that,
Parker had 90 yards receiving the other day.
Yeah.
Had 9 targets, 8 catches. We do have to give him some love, that's for sure. All right, we'll see whether or not they can pull it off. We'll see what the next show is thinking about that.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Taylor Dahl joins us now. Helmets and Heels getting ready to roll. It's not going to be easy, but
is it ever easy?
if they can piece it and patch it together and create some offense, because honestly, that's what's going to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely things you can take advantage of in Houston. The defense is the tougher part of that. I mean, there's a lot of good things when you talk about their pass rushers, when you talk about interior, when you talk about their corners. They do a lot of good things on that side of the ball. So I think you almost have to play, which it hasn't been able to happen this year. Don't go backwards. Stop getting these penalties that set you back right away. That's been obviously a big thing, and the drops have been a big thing. We'll see if Jacoby Myers can help that part of things. But you're going to have to play a cleaner football game this weekend, I think, to be able to beat that defense.
And, honestly, the laundry's ridiculous. It really is. And so we'll see whether they can do that because, like we said, it can be a loud house in Houston. We'll see. All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, so Eric Armstead will be joining us today. We'll break down a little bit of this the last week win, obviously. I've seen some clips of him talking about the Devon Hamilton, the play of the game, we can say, because that ended up winning the game. We'll chat with him a little bit. We also have Seth Payne coming on, so we'll break down the Houston Texans and what they are seeing from the reverse. I always like that, talking to the opposing teams who covers them or former players. Obviously, Seth Payne playing here and in Houston. But it's always fun to get their perspective of what they're seeing in Trevor Lawrence, what they're thinking in the receiving room, what they're thinking about this defense, because we talk so much about it daily, but getting that reverse role is kind of fun sometimes.
Yeah, because we are pretty sure that teams that are opposing fan bases are looking over here going, we ought to be able to beat
this is a beatable team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor, thanks.
All right,
we appreciate it. Taylor, Lauren, Tommy, they all have it coming up at the top of the hour. So we feel, are you calling for a dub?
Jags?
Yeah.
I got Jags 2016.
20-16. I'm going to go back to my score from last week, 23-16.
I got L.
What do you got?
2013 L.
Okay, so you don't think they're going to come up with enough offense or defense?
I don't think they have enough on the outside to have any kind of passing game.
Yeah. Well, they definitely need to engineer it if they can, that's for sure. All right, we had a good time today. JJ, you like them to win?
Jags are going to kick their ass,
All right,
bro.
love it. See, that's the way to end the show.
He usually
right
nails
there.
those things, too.
That's
man.
the way to end it. All right, we are done. A Florida Home AC Friday. Thanks to all of y'all. Miss any of the show, just go back and find us on YouTube. Search XL Primetime. Big Sirs, Maddie, Josie, and JJ.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
The guy you don't want to be busy during the